You make $100,000 a year. On paper, you should be doing fine. But every month, the money comes in and somehow disappears. You're not buying luxury. You're not being reckless, yet you still feel broke. This isn't just about spending more as you earn more. It's about why a six-figure income no longer creates the security most people were promised. Most people still believe that once you cross $100,000, the financial pressure should ease. You should finally have breathing room. You should feel secure. That belief is no longer true for many households. In 2026, especially in higher cost areas, a $100,000 household income can leave surprisingly little after the real costs of living. The gap between what people expect and what actually happens has become one of the quietest financial traps in America today. The problem isn't that people are making one big financial mistake. The real issue is a quiet stack of pressures that work together. Housing in many areas now costs between $2,500 and $3,500 a month before utilities. Taxes, benefits, and payroll deductions reduce $100,000 down to roughly $72,000 to $76,000. Healthcare costs, childcare, car payments, student loans, and groceries have all increased in ways that no longer feel optional. None of these costs looks extreme on its own, but together they can erase most or sometimes all of the surplus that a six-figure income is supposed to create. Most people don't notice how bad it has become until they finally add up the real numbers. And one category in this stack is doing more damage than most realize. Here's what the numbers can look like for a representative household living in a moderately high-cost area. After federal, state, and payroll taxes, and after basic employee benefit deductions, assume this household has roughly $74,000 available for the year. That works out to roughly $6,167 per month. Now look at one representative higher cost household budget. Housing and utilities, $3,000. And there it is. Housing and utilities together are consuming nearly half of this household's monthly take-home pay. Before food, transportation, healthcare, or debt, almost $1 out of every $2 is already gone. Cars, insurance, and gas, $800. Out-of-pocket healthcare, prescriptions, and medical costs, $450. Groceries and household items, $700. Student loans or other debt, $400. Childcare or activities, $600. Phones, internet, and subscriptions, $200. That already adds up to $6,150. The surplus is less than $20. The exact numbers will vary by state, family size, benefits, and debt. But this representative budget shows how quickly the margin can disappear. Consider a representative middle-class family we'll call Sarah and David. They are in their late 30s, have 2 children, and earn just over $100,000 combined. On paper, they look like they should be comfortable. In reality, they carefully track every major expense. They rarely take a real family vacation. They feel guilty spending money on themselves. They are not irresponsible. They are simply living inside the cost structure that most middle-class families now face. With so little margin, a $1,900 car repair could force them to choose between using a credit card or draining part of their emergency fund. Even if they use savings, rebuilding that amount may take months. During that time, the next repair or medical bill becomes even more dangerous. Their situation reflects the pressure many middle-class households now face. Even when their income looks comfortable on paper, the real frustration goes beyond the numbers. People were told that hard work and a good income would create security. When that security never arrives, the emotional cost becomes heavy. Many start questioning themselves. Am I bad with money? Should I be earning more? Why does everyone else seem to be doing fine? Because people usually show the promotion, the vacation, and the new car, not the credit card balance or the empty savings account behind them. In many cases, the problem is not personal failure alone. For many households, essential costs have grown faster than the financial breathing room their salaries provide. And once financial pressure becomes normal, many people stop realizing how little room they actually have. Households can begin creating real breathing room in three practical ways. They treat lifestyle expansion as a real risk instead of a reward. For example, a household receiving a $500 monthly raise might automatically move $300 into savings before allowing the remaining $200 to change its lifestyle. The goal is not to avoid enjoying every raise. It is to decide how much of that raise improves your future before the rest improves your lifestyle. They track their true fixed costs with unusual honesty. They know exactly how much must leave their account every month before any discretionary spending happens. And they protect even a small but consistent surplus. Even $300 to $500 of consistent monthly surplus can create a meaningful buffer and reduce the feeling that every unexpected bill is a crisis. If you are earning close to $100,000 and still feel tight, here are 3 steps worth taking this week. First, calculate your actual monthly surplus after every fixed obligation. Do it before the weekends. Second, find the fixed expense that has grown the most over the last 3 years. Then choose one realistic response. Reduce it, renegotiate it, refinance it where that makes sense, or stop it from growing again. Third, set up one automatic transfer, even a small amount, the same day you get paid. Direct it into a separate emergency account or toward high-interest debt if that presents the more immediate risk. And notice what this budget still does not include. There is no meaningful retirement contribution. There is no family vacation. There is almost no clothing budget. There is no major home repair. And there is almost no room for gifts, entertainment, or long-term savings. So the problem is not simply that this family has less than $20 left. The deeper problem is that several normal parts of life have been removed from the budget entirely just to make the numbers balance. A 6-figure income no longer guarantees security when fixed costs consume nearly everything you earn. In the next video, we'll uncover how retirement fees and overlooked investment choices may quietly cost ordinary investors thousands of dollars over time. If this investigation helped you see your finances differently, subscribe so you don't miss the next part.